Hello, you're watching QPVN News. I'm Anh Tuấn, and here's the headlines. Vietnam and Cambodia strengthen cooperation in cryptographic area. Deputy Minister CHIEN receives Chinese Defense Attaché. National Conference reviews overseas Vietnamese affairs. On December the 25th, General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Minister of National Defense of Vietnam, received General Samrit, Secretary of State of the Ministry of Interior of Cambodia. General Cương congratulated Cambodia on its important achievements in the fields of politics, economy, foreign affairs and national defense, expressing his belief that under the leadership of the Cambodian People's Party, headed by President Hun Sen, and the governance of the country by Prime Minister Hun Manet, Cambodia would obtain even greater achievements in the coming time. General Cương emphasized that Vietnam and Cambodia military and defense cooperation has developed substantially and effectively, becoming one of the important pillars of the bilateral relationship. General Samrit highly appreciated the results of defense cooperation between the two countries in recent times in cryptographic area, notably exchanges at all levels, human resources training and expert exchange. These cooperation results are based on trust and sincerity, tested over time and proven by historical practice. In the coming time, the two sides will continue to implement the agreed cooperation contents, focusing on delegation exchanges, professional experience sharing, and human resource training. On December the 25th, at the Ministry of National Defense headquarters, Senior Lieutenant General CHIEN, Deputy Defense Minister, received Colonel Chiang Bo, Chinese Defense Attaché to Vietnam. General CHIEN highly appreciated the visit of a high-ranking delegation of the Chinese military to Vietnam to attend the 80th founding anniversary of the Vietnam People's Army and the 35th Ho People's National Defense Festive Day, as well as sending a military band to participate in the Military Music Exchange 2024 and perform in Vietnam. Promoting the results of defense cooperation recently, Senior Lieutenant General CHIEN and Colonel Chiang Bo also discussed preparations for the 9th Vietnam-China Border Defense Friendship Exchange taking place in 2025. Colonel Chiang Bo affirmed close coordination with functional agencies of the Vietnam Ministry of National Defense so that both sides can successfully organize the exchange in the coming time. Through Colonel Chiang Bo, Senior Lieutenant General CHIEN conveyed the invitation of General Phan Van Giang, Minister of National Defense of Vietnam, respectfully inviting Senior Lieutenant General Dong Chun, Minister of National Defense of China, to pay an official visit to Vietnam in 2025. On December the 25th, Senior Lieutenant General CHIEN, Deputy Minister of National Defense, chaired a conference to review the preparations for the 9th Vietnam-China Border Defense Friendship Exchange. General CHIEN stated that the Central Military Commission and the Ministry of National Defense have recently successfully chaired the organization of activities to celebrate the 80th founding anniversary of the Vietnam People's Army and the 35th anniversary of the Ho People Defense Festive Day. General CHIEN requested agencies and units to proactively deploy the preparation work for the upcoming 9th Vietnam-China Border Defense Friendship Exchange, which is a crucial defense relations activities in 2025. He laid emphasis on the research and innovation in form and content, which leads to cooperation in a more substantive and effective manner. The Vietnam-China Border Defense Friendship Exchange has become an effective cooperation model, demonstrating the political determination of both sides in strengthening solidarity, friendship, and rapports between the two peoples and local authorities, as well as the two ministries of national defense of Vietnam and China, thus together building a borderline of peace, friendship, cooperation, and development. In recent years, the officers and soldiers of the Quảng Ngãi Provincial Military Command have organized a series of activities and programs to take care of families of national contributors and needy people. Those activities and programs have contributed to beautifying the image of Uncle Ho Soldier. To provide support and assistance for the families of needy officers and soldiers in 2023, the Nghĩa Military Command launched a program in 2023 that will present one breeding cow to one family in the reserved and militia and self-defense forces in difficult circumstances every quarter. This program will offer a means of livelihood for those in the armed forces. Then, we call for support from the whole community for those needy people. So far, 6 cows have been given to them. In Bình Sơn district, studying and following Ho Chi Minh's thought and lifestyle in conjunction with patriotic immolation movements, Bình Sơn District Military Command has deployed the program that helps needy national contributors clean their houses and prepare simple but warm meals. Every month, they come to help me clean the house and care for the altar. I feel so grateful for that. With specific and practical activities, the officers and soldiers of Quảng Ngãi Military Command have been playing a part in widely spreading the positive lifestyle in the community, contributing to building the increasingly strong and comprehensive armed forces, meeting the requirements of tasks in the new situation. With the attention and support of sectors and agencies at all levels, and especially the border guard soldiers in recent years, the lives of ethnic people in Laogai province have witnessed many positive changes. With the saying, border guard stations are home, borderland is hometown, border residents are relatives, over the past time, the border guard soldiers are not only tasked with protecting the border, but also act as a firm mainstay for local people. Due to his family's difficult circumstances, Lu Xiaolu was adopted by the soldiers of Simacai Border Guard Station. Every day, the officers and soldiers take good care of him, from eating, studying to playing, and create the best conditions for him to pursue his dream. The bodyguard soldiers take good care of me. My dream is to take the entrance exam to the bodyguard academy. Not only helping people develop the economy and reduce poverty, the officers and soldiers of Laogai Border Guard also regularly patrol and prevent law violations with the people, protect security and order on the border areas and national sovereignty. Each border guard soldier thinks of the border guard station as their second home, the borderland as their hometown, and border residents as their relatives. Thereby helping them is like helping their loved ones. The border guards and residents are always together in developing border areas. Laogai border guards have become a firm mainstay for border residents, helping them overcome difficulties. Each meaningful act of the soldiers further enhances the civil-military solidarity, together building an increasingly strong borderland. Coming up next, National Conference reviews overseas Vietnamese affairs. Vietnam among top investment destinations in Asia. On December the 25th, the State Committee for Overseas Vietnamese Affairs organized a national conference commemorating 65 years of connecting overseas Vietnamese with the homeland and 20 years of implementing the Politburo's Resolution 36 on the work concerning overseas Vietnamese. Addressing the event, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs stressed that over the past 65 years, the State Committee for Overseas Vietnamese Affairs has always stood shoulder to shoulder with the overseas Vietnamese community worldwide, effectively fulfilling its role in uniting, supporting and leveraging the resources of the expatriates. I believe that Vietnamese government is streamlining its apparatus. If we want to lure more overseas investment, then the State Committee for Overseas Vietnamese Affairs and relevant agencies should support overseas Vietnamese to invest, including tourism and visiting relatives. Vietnamese people, no matter where they are, think of the country deep inside. With the support of overseas Vietnamese, we're certain that Vietnam will be able to reach a new era of growth. With the tradition of 65 years of construction and growth, the State Committee for Overseas Vietnamese Affairs will continue to maintain solidarity and determination to fulfill all assigned tasks, reaping greater successes in overseas Vietnamese affairs, worthy of the trust of the party and state, and some 6 million overseas Vietnamese actively contributing to achieving remarkable successes in a new era of growth. On this occasion, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Bùi Thanh Sơn awarded the first-class Labour Order to the committee for the second time. The United Nations General Assembly in New York on the afternoon of December the 24th local time adopted a convention on cybercrime. As the convention will open for signature at a formal ceremony to be hosted in Hanoi in 2025, it is named Hanoi Convention. This is a landmark global treaty aiming at strengthening international cooperation to combat cybercrime and protect societies from digital threats. In addition to the limitless benefits and potential for human development, digital technology also presents numerous risks and security risks, threatening the sustainable development of most nations. In this context, the Hanoi Convention plays a crucial role in establishing a comprehensive legal framework that addresses the urgent need for international cooperation to promote the rule of law in cyberspace. This selection reflects the country's increasingly high international position and reputation, as well as its active, responsible, and substantial participation in the entire negotiation process of the convention. Hosting the signing ceremony also provides an opportunity for Vietnam to further strengthen its role as a responsible and reliable member of the international community, allowing it to actively promote multilateralism, lead efforts in shaping global digital governance frameworks, ensure cybersecurity, and safeguard national sovereignty in cyberspace. This is also a practical step contributing to the timely and effective implementation of Resolution number 57 of the Politburo on the science, technology, innovation, and national digital transformation breakthroughs. According to the Japan External Trade Organization, Vietnam is the second most attractive investment destination in the world and the first one in Asia. As of November the 30th, 2024, Vietnam had been home to 41,720 valid foreign direct investment projects with a total registered capital of $496.7 billion. Vietnam currently hosts active investment projects from 147 countries and territories. FDI contributes greatly to economic growth. Foreign investment cooperation in the coming time needs to focus on a number of areas, including high-tech and innovative fields such as artificial intelligence, smart supply chains, renewable energy, and green technology. As reported in 2024, Vietnam achieved a record in both output and export value, about 9 million tons with $5.7 billion. The average rice export price reached an all-time high of over $600 per ton. The average rice export price of Vietnam in the past 3 years has had an impressive increase of over 28%. In 2024, Vietnam ranks third in the world in rice export after India and Thailand. In terms of production, Vietnamese farmers are focusing on producing high-quality rice varieties that are popular in the international market, such as Dai Thơm 8, OM18, and ST varieties. This is the end of the QPVN News today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.